Last year when we spoke to you, we asked you if you could have any power from the show, what would you want? Bilal, last year you said you'd want to be a Bluetooth speaker, so you could
just be
at picnics and provide music for everybody. Sophia, you wanted to be able to touch your knee so you could grow in size. Or shrink. You have to touch your knee. Any changes to the power set?
Máiréad, you said that you wanted to be able to untie and untangle things like large cables on the ground. You wanted to be able to do.
And you thought about that. I was trying to untie things, but then I was making it was like I was making a judgment on the guy's work. Cables in the room.
Right. And Luke, you mentioned that you'd be able to walk on a travelator at all times, just constantly on one.
Yeah, and I've been writing a lot of travelators over the last year.
But I think about it anytime I see a travelator. Yeah, I do.
I think about it whenever I see cables.
Hello again. Máiréad, Luke, how are you both doing?
We're really good. We're really excited to see you again.
Yeah, thinking about you earlier. She's like, we're seeing it. I'm still on my schedule. The movie boy. I'm going to need some more context, something, context.
Right.
I know this movie.
Yeah.
We're so happy to be back, and I don't know what more we could say, but just congratulations again. You guys have just nailed it even more.
Yeah.
Even more nailed
this
season.
Like such a damn good season.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah,
wow, thank you.
We love hearing that. That's brilliant. Yeah, well, I feel like it upgrades, doesn't it? It kind of feels like it's
so much deeper.
Yeah, it feels like it's deeper, but also like everything is just kind of stepped up even more, which is hard to do. I think the first season is very good. So
yeah. How does it feel?
A place where like people already like love the characters, right? So they can go much further with them. Sorry, you were saying how
does it feel for yourself to be coming back for the second season?
I mean, it's great. It feels so nice to be, because I think when we started filming second season, it was a week after the first season had come out, or I think it maybe even was a couple of days. It felt like we kind of just went straight back into doing it. And now I think we've had a lot of breathing time and space since filming the second season. We've like felt kind of the appreciation from people. They really enjoyed the first season. They're anticipating the second. So it feels really nice to come back and speak about it and feel like it's fresh and exciting. And yeah, people are looking forward to it.
And today is the first time I've got to speak to people who've seen the second series who weren't involved in it. That's like such
really
a joy.
good. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We were rehearsing the day after the premiere of the first series.
Yeah,
which is obviously a late night.
Yeah.
Why were we doing that?
Something that we love so much that we get in this season is that we get to go inside Jen's mind and just seeing all the books and all the titles. If you guys could travel into your own minds, as in your own selves, what do you think the first book that you would find would be called?
Really good question. I think for me, should I go? I think for me it would be things you started ... and then it wouldn't even finish the title.
That's on brand.
That's fantastic.
Genuinely, if I've had like a chaotic few weeks, I can like look in my room and just see. It's like I feel like an archaeologist. And I can see like, oh yeah, that's when I was going to draw that, and I'd started making this like collar, and that's when I was going to do some like face skincare. I thought I'd try that, so I got the prize out. So there's that, and so that would be my
That's really good.
And the book would end halfway through.
That's amazing.
Mine would be like restaurants on Deliveroo that have a low delivery fee.
That's also a good one.
It's handy information to have.
It's good because there's nothing worse than when you've decided what you want and then you see the delivery is like £3.50.
Yeah.
You're like, well, the point.
What's the point at that point? It's more of a guide. Then you can sell that book out as well.
You could sell that. I'd make
My book cannot sell.
No, it's not even getting to the publisher.
No.
Luke, we are curious though. You're going into a second season, obviously. Has it gotten any easier to tell your friends and family the name of your character?
Yeah, I was saying I always I've become completely immune to how strange name it is for a character. I think like if people ever recognize me on the street and they say like, oh, hey, Jizzlord or whatever, and other people like look around and was like, I'm just chatting to a guy, So yeah, I think I have become completely. It's a little strange at family Christmases. I've got a lot of young cousins,
Mm-hmm.
so watching my aunts and uncles explain what I do to them is fun. On Disney. No, it's not for you. It's not for you. No. A little while. Yeah.
I'm very immune as well because I think this season we've started calling him, instead of Jizzlord, it's just Jizz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they started calling like Jen and Jizz. And it's just like you hear that sentence, oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. In this series, Jen loves Jay.
That's just on the DVD cover right there.
Yeah. This is the pull quote.
Yeah.
Mary, we get to go inside your mind literally this season as well too. How was it for you getting to explore who Jen was? More of a deeper sense this season.
Yeah, amazing. Because not like I remember when I first went into the Mind Library, when I first heard the concept, I was like, oh my God, like that's incredible. And when I first walked in there and saw like all, there was such a large art team who were working on it. And I think the detail that they've got into, like, although we were just talking about the different books that could be in your Mind Library, like not only had they written so many titles for like different books that would have existed in Jen's mind, they also wrote these blurbs that were so detailed, like on the back of every book, and like they never saw the light of day. Like no one ever saw that on the script or on the that was never shot on. But to like go around and read, so anytime we were shooting in the Mind Library, I would just go like there was just endless material that I could take from as well as an actor. And like, I think that's a gift as an actor when you're playing a character, to walk into a space that is literally your character's mind and you have other people's input in it, and it never was like off the mark, like it was always bang on perfect. So yeah, no, that was amazing.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. Now, I'm not sure if you remember, but last year or when we last spoke, we got to ask you what would be the unique superpower you would have from the show. And Máiréad, you said that you wanted to be able to untie and untangle things like large cables on the ground. You wanted to be able to do.
If you thought about that. I was trying to tie things, but then that was making me, as if I was making a judgment on the guy's work. Cables in the room.
Right. And Luke, you mentioned it. You'd be able to walk on a travelator at all times, just constantly on one.
Yeah, and I've been writing a lot of travelators over the last year.
But I think about it anytime I see a travelator. Yeah, I do.
I think about it whenever I see cables.
Máiréad can tie that right away. So out of curiosity, are we keeping the same powers or any changes to them?
I've got a new one. Well, I think I would in The Sims, when someone's got a big diamond above their head, you look and find out what's going on with them. Like, whenever I'm having an argument with someone, it'd be nice to be able to just go, oh, I'm sleeping. That's what it is.
You haven't gone to the bathroom yet.
I haven't been to the bathroom yet. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, need to eat. And then I could just drag and drop myself. I'd like to do that if I could. Drag and drop.
You want to play God? Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to be God. Is that
something? That's a power, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd love to be able just to speak every language, but I think that's too kind of like good a superpower. Like it needs to have some limitation to it.
Right.
It's like maybe, I could speak any language, but my grammar is shocking.
Yeah. You're always the most least known dialect of that language. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it'd be very, very specific.
Yeah.
We get the lovely Little Italy scene in season 2, and we're just curious, if you guys got to go to that restaurant, what would something you order be?
Fantastic question.
Luke loves pizza, so it's pizza.
I love pizza, but pizza feels like something you can scale up already quite easily.
No, I know.
And there'd be a smaller ratio of crust, but a lot of crust, and you'd get very full very quickly. Would you be able to enjoy all of it?
I know. I wonder if I'd like a huge burrata, but it's so big that you could.
You could sit on the burrata and eat.
That's the chair you sit on while you're having your dinner. I think I'd get burrata.
Yeah, that's so good. That's perfect.
What other food is there? What could you?
I'd like a big ravioli.
Ooh,
because then it's like chopping into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's lasagna, isn't it? It's lasagna, but I'd like.
Yeah.
No, we
it's
love
the
that.
details around the ravioli, right?
Yes.
So like that's what makes it separate.
It's the shape.
Yeah.
Now
I put my arm into two macaroni, just wear them in sleeves.
This is
a body armor
five
now,
course
too.
meal now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there's no shortage of amazing lines from season 1, and season 2, I think, even has some bigger bangers. For yourselves, is there a favorite line that you just have from this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some things that Nora says, but only in her mind, that are I'm not even sure if I'd be allowed to say it.
Is it Badger's arsehole?
No, oh no, it's
sorry.
Nora has a power. Well, yeah. So there's a line that a character, I'll come like a landmine. That's
yes,
one.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the line that Bilal says when Kash is describing why his pants, he's got pants with a hole in the bum, and then he comes into the bathroom while we're having an important scene, and then an important scene actually. He goes, what? Wipe, stand, no fuss, or something like that. Fast stove.
And it's like the life of pants is endless. It's just beginning.
The life of his pants is just beginning. What about you?
Well, I love when Ange says, when she meets a character who's very important to her. I don't know if I can say who it is. And she says, I haven't got a Sharpie, but I got a very wet pyro.
That is a thing.
And she wants her to sign her plate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Again, you guys know how much we adore this series. We really hope that you get a season 3 because we just want to keep our interview streaks going, and
We
also
want to
just
continue to talk to
you guys are phenomenal.
We want to
too.
be friends, I think is what we're asking.
Yeah. that's it.
We've done 2 in a row now.
Yeah.
I think the job that we ever do in the future, the only interview we're ever going to do is with the movie.
The movie boys. The movie boys.
There you go. That's all we need to hear. But Máiréad, Luke, thank you both so much for your time. All the best with the rest of your press, and we can't wait for everyone to watch the show next week. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you again.
Hi, Bilal. Hi, Sofia. How are you both doing?
Oh, we're doing well. How are you?
We're doing really so good. We're so excited to be speaking with you both again.
Yes.
And congratulations on the show. We are, again, you have nailed it. We absolutely adore it.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm so glad to hear that specifically from you guys.
Yeah.
We've been waiting all year to speak to you guys again, and we're just delighted. So it's great.
How much have you seen?
We've seen
watched the first 4 or 5 episodes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So you've watched The Exorcism?
Oh, yes, we have.
Sure did.
All our questions are only about that episode.
Me too. How did she do that?
At most of the show, we are going like, how does Sofia do what she does?
Yeah.
Literally, it's incredible.
It's magical. And you know, I think we just have to start there. Like, how does it feel now to be coming back for a second season? You're more comfortable in your characters. You're doing crazier things this time around. How are you guys feeling?
Well, like it felt like just such a blessing when we got the news that it was going to go again. Just have the opportunity to be like, A, reunited, B, living in this world again, and C, like, yeah, going back to those characters because they do feel, it's just so fun to have had a year's experience and then be like, okay, we're going to go back there and be a bit more confident and a bit more like, let's give it a go. So it felt extremely exciting to be honest.
It's quite rare, you know, like as an actor that you're able to return to a character. It's like I've never had that before. So it's so nice that I feel like now they kind of live in our imagination in a more permanent way. I often think about how Kash would respond to things still now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the way that I don't with other characters I played, because we only played them for a couple months, or you know, like whereas it's been like 2 years and hopefully more. You know,
we get this amazing opportunity to also travel inside, Jen's mind for the season. We're wondering for you folks, what would be the first book we would find if we got to travel inside of yours?
2008 to 2023. Sorry, this was the fault with you.
Really good one. Do you mean like mine, Karen?
Yeah.
Well, that's such a good question. Okay. Mine would be like, this is so boring, but like beaches in Cornwall.
Beaches in Cornwall. I also feel like teas, different herbal teas. Like you've probably got quite a good selection in your mind palace. Beaches in Cornwall.
Beaches in Cornwall.
Countries I've been to.
Oh, that's great.
Sophia's a very well-traveled person.
We love that here.
Mine would literally be the last thing that I've been thinking about. I'm ashamed to admit it.
Mine would be it would be X Factor winners 2008 to 2023. But then maybe after that, it would be something like fried chicken. It'd be quite similar to places within a 5-mile radius of Southeast London.
That's fantastic. And something that we love so much this season is that, we get to see Kash and Carrie from last season a lot more evolved. And, we got to see them a lot together last season. And this season, we're seeing them, trying to be apart from one another. What was it like working on that dynamic?
I just had a memory. We had like 2 weeks rehearsal at the beginning of the second series. And one of the activities that we did was them on their first date. We improvised the whole thing of them on their first date and like how they felt at that time, 5 years, before the show starts or whatever, to really find, because in the second series, obviously they're going through a time of not getting on and trying to change their love from romantic love to platonic love and trying to live together and figure out all those things while there's so much like jealousy and all these various different things going on for each of them individually. And I just remember like it was really beautiful remembering what they connected on and what they first fell in love with each other. And actually I think at this point, in the second series, they've now changed so much as people that it's just not, they still love each other as friends, but romantically, they're just headed in such different directions. They can't really make it work. And in terms of like on set,
it's so lovely season 2 because we actually got to spend even more time with each other than season 1. Like, obviously they're together in season 1, but a lot of their arc is like Kash is away with the vigilantes and Carrie doing your very, towards the end is like trying to, flirt with Charles, but in the beginning is also like on her own thing with Jen. And so it feels like actually this season they're very much together for circumstances we can't reveal, but it just means that we got to spend even more time together, and it was so lovely. Like I feel like I spent the most time with you in season 2, and it was just so lovely. And I think it really like was able to somehow feed into that vibe of like, okay, these people are coming together and becoming best friends again. Like so lovely.
And there's such a shorthand because we've worked like together for so long. There's a shorthand, and that really allows you to really like I trust Bilal so much, and I hope that he also trusts me, that it allows you to really like improvise around the scenes and try things that perhaps we wouldn't have done a year or two or with a different actor. So I think that is a really unique thing.
There's way more improv in season 2. A lot of the Dahlia stuff that you see, Sofia was improvising and it's made. The bit where she goes like this with the and then when she walks to all of this is improvised, it's not in the script.
That's incredible.
We love that.
Yeah, you two are so lovely together in the show.
Yeah.
You two are so lovely together in the show as well.
One day we'll work on our British accents, and definitely season 3 will come in for sure. I love that you touch upon the improvisation, because this season also there's been so many just great lines, and there's a moment just after the one that you're describing there, Bilal, that there's a line that Sofia says that absolutely kills me. But I'm curious for you guys, what is a favorite line that you have from this season?
I love, and I keep saying it to myself every time I'm late, is I'm being bullied by a fucking watch. It's such a good excuse when you're late. I'm being bullied by a watch.
I got to use that one.
That's fantastic.
Kash said, sorry, I should have given the context. Kash says that obviously when he's having
time troubles,
and he says it, and I love it.
I like when Máiréad says, "Mummy, Daddy, can I have some apples?"
Yeah, there's a great moment where Máiréad calls her mother on the phone to say I love you, and it's just the in between dialogue that she just throws out. So good.
I also love that bit with Jizzlord when the old woman comes in. Oh, this is towards the end. There's an old woman that comes in, and he basically is like, "No, you can't have the kittens because you're too old."
Oh my God,
I'm
that's
crying.
amazing.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys remember, but last year when we spoke to you, we asked you if you could have any power from the show, what would you want? Bilal, last year you said you'd want to be a Bluetooth speaker, so you could
Just be
at
speaker.
picnics and provide music for everybody.
I love how seriously you referred to that comment.
It was a fact that I wanted to get straight. According to the reports, Sophia, you wanted to be able to touch your knee so you could grow in size. Or shrink. You have to touch your knee. Any changes to the power set that you guys would like to have now that you're 2 seasons deep into the show?
I mean, look, I think we pretty much hit the nail on the head last year. Really important powers, and ones that we can't. Like, a year later, that's how I feel like I still want to be a speaker. Absolutely, and I would love to be a picnic as well. Both at the same time.
I really
You feel differently about your
I do
knees.
feel a bit differently about my knees, to be honest. I'm a year older and I feel differently about it. But I did have one that I was thinking of, but it was kind of evil, but I've forgotten it. It was sort of a bit of a dark one. But I think, honestly, and this, I know what you guys are going to think, it's boring, but invisibility.
No,
it's solid. It's solid.
Yeah.
Ain't broken. Invisibility is a great power.
Right.
It truly
Invisibility
is.
is a great power. Absolutely. Now, just before we wrap up, I know that we hate to wrap up because we're having so much fun here. If both of you had the opportunity to go to Little Italy, what is the one dish you would order for yourself?
Weirdly enough, Little Italy is very near where I live. That's all I'm going to say. I've already been there. I'd get the massive bit of spaghetti, that they eat.
I get like a tiramisu because you can literally just
Oh,
dunk your face in it.
Yeah.
She's just like,
You're so right.
or like,
Yeah, I changed my opinion.
sauce you could like pour like, oh yeah, or like yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's lovely.
Well, thank you both again so much for your time. We hope to get to talk to you again for season 3 because we got to get another season. This show is too amazing. Also, big fans of the pins you guys are wearing as well. Can't wait for more of you guys. And we're just loving the show and we want more people to watch the show as well. So thank you again.
Thank you so much for your support for the show over the years. We really appreciate it, and yeah, it's the world to us. So thank you.